Hello, dear ones. We are Laarkmaa, and we are here because we love you and wish to support you on your evolutionary journey. You have asked for our guidance and spiritual suggestions for moving forward in your evolutionary journey, and we are pleased to support you. 2023 will be a year in which you will approximate more of the greater reality you may remember experiencing before you entered the earthly plane. You still have work to do on your evolutionary journey. That we are certain each and every one of you can feel. However, you're also beginning to realize that the light is larger power than the darkness. You're beginning to recognize that love overcomes fear, and you're beginning to live in a place where you recognize that in polarity, you must have dark and light. The secret to peace is finding this balance. This is the process you are now experiencing. It is a simple, yet not necessarily an easy process. However, it has joyous results. As you open more and more in conscious awareness, you also develop the 12 strands of your DNA. With the energy that came in October of 2022, there was a shift that many of you could feel at a conscious and cellular level. Many of you could tell that your bodies required you to do something different, or you could tell that your minds were letting go of old beliefs or old patterns of behavior. Everything shifted, subtly for most, and in a very large way for others. The shifting process will continue and accelerate in 2023. Each person has a choice of her or his speed of evolution. Because you have chosen to read an article that we published in Sedona Journal and listen to our voice and watch this video here, we know that you also have chosen to evolve as quickly as possible. So we will talk about the shifts that are happening in your DNA and the cellular regeneration that will occur within you. We will explain your current process and give you practical guidance on how to expand into who you truly are in the year 2023. First, you know, because we have told you previously, that you have 12 strands of DNA, not only the 2 that your archaic scientists have so far discovered. Each of these 12 strands of DNA is connected to a parallel life that you are living simultaneously. Because you have been trained to think in linear terms and time, most of you believe that parallel lives are past lives and that your current experience reflects either something you are being punished or rewarded because of previous behavior. But we tell you, karma is created instantly through the choices and actions you take in the now, not something that comes back to bite you later. What you create now through your positive thoughts, words, and intentions, or your harmful words, thoughts, or actions will be repercussions in the immediacy of your now, not in some distant future. You will feel it at an internal level that you have never experienced before in 2023. You will know whether you are off track. You will know whether you have gotten out of alignment with harmony, oneness, and source. This is part of your awakening to the energies that are present, which began to arrive during October of 2022. As you become more awake and more aware in 2023, and remember more of who you truly are, you will begin to, shall we say, tap into some of the gifts of your parallel lives and regain the ability to clear some of the traumas of those lives that you are experiencing in parallel lives that reflect into this one. This is part of your recognition that you are much larger than you have perceived yourself to be. Only being here, having a third dimensional physical experience, that's who you think you are. No, you are not moving solely into the fifth dimension. You are moving toward multidimensionality, where you can access all dimensions simultaneously. The fifth, sixth, 12th, and so on. As we have repeatedly told you, please stop thinking linearly. You do not progress in a hierarchical fashion. Begin to expand your thinking by recognizing that you are moving into multidimensionality. That is what awakening to the 12 strands of your DNA signifies. You're at the point of integration, the most powerful point in the energy of 13, the cosmic foundation in which you have the power, the possibility, and the willingness, when you allow your heart to show you the way, to integrate the other 12 dimensions into your experience here and now, so that you can fully awaken, come into full enlightenment, and remember who you are. This is the passageway into your rainbow body, preparing you for ascension with Earth. In understanding your 12 strands of DNA, you must not only focus on the awakening of awareness of your parallel lives, but also examine an alteration in what the cells of your body need for nourishment. This indicates the need for a tremendous change in your diet and what you take in on all levels, mentally, with words through sound, visually, and most importantly, what you eat and drink to feed your precious vehicle. You can no longer rely on what your outdated, archaic scientists and doctors have told you about what you need to eat, because the energy and paradigm in which those guidelines were designed is no longer present or relevant. You also can no longer simply continue to live in the ways in which you have been accustomed for so long. Those of you who are consciously evolving, who are interested in the Pleiadian perspective and guidance, who are listening to your hearts, and who are connected to the energies pouring in during the year 2023 will notice a momentous difference. For those of you who are awake and aware or awakening, these energies are telling you quite clearly that you cannot continue to eat what you have always eaten before. If you have not already recognized that you cannot kill for your food, and that taking the life of another sentient being is breaking one of your 10 commandments, thou shalt not kill, then you are missing a step, and you need to rethink how you've been trained. You take in no vital energy when you eat a dead animal. All you take into your body is the fear and the pain that animal experienced at its moment of death, which is not a high vibrational level of nutrition. Your idea of the necessity of protein from animal sources or animal byproducts has been wrong all along. As a species, you have been trained to believe that you need much more protein than the body can easily process, especially now. You need to begin eating a lighter, higher vibrational plant-based diet only, which provides all the nutrition that your body requires, including protein. You need to eat living foods that will sustain your new energetic form in 2023. Living foods will provide a lighter energy to your body. In addition, the dense foods that have sustained you well for most of human history, grains, legumes, beans, will also not sustain you as you move forward towards being in a lighter form. As your energy body becomes more electric, magnetic, and dynamic, and as you move into the lighter form of an electromagnetic being. Again, we guide you to the fact that in 2023, you will need living foods, which contain all the protein you will need. You need fruits and vegetables. Some vegetables can be very lightly steamed, and some can be eaten completely raw. You need to give your body a diet that is full of energy that will sustain the new form you are creating for your cellular regeneration. This is to be done in alignment with the opening of your 12 strands of DNA, remembering your parallel lives, incorporating your gifts and talents, and awakening to the energies that are being provided to you for your evolution. Further guidance in this process requires reminding you that your physical forms are just a manifestation of thought energy, not only yours, but also that of the entire collective. Each thought, second by second, contributes to either the continued negative density on your planet or the transformation into a lighter, higher vibration. This is why it is so vitally important that you monitor every thought, not only for yourselves and your own well-being, but also to do the job you came here to do. Bring in the light to eradicate all the old patterns of density, pain, suffering, and separation. That's right. Your job is not a physical one. We have told you many times that the idea that you are to be a teacher, a healer, or a leader is over. That idea no longer fits your job description. You are here for one purpose and one purpose only, to be the light, to be the love. Through living into who you are, you bring that light into the collective of the planet to make positive, uplifting changes. It is an easy thing to keep your thoughts positive and your vibration up when things are going your way. But to do that when you're experiencing illness, emotional distress, or any kind of separating energy isn't so easy. It's far easier to fall back into old patterns of thinking that this is too hard, or I don't want to be here like this. Listen to yourself saying, like this. Of course, you don't want your experience to be like this. That is why you are here, to change it by bringing the light through, by being the light yourself. You don't have to be well or happy to do your job. Let us repeat that again. You don't have to be well or happy to do your job. In fact, your work is more valuable and cuts through the negativity and the density when you're able to keep your vibration up and create positive thoughts in spite of not feeling your best or possibly even feeling miserable. You transcend it. You move beyond it. Do you remember what we've said about experience? Even when you're having a very miserable experience or are very, very ill, your job, no matter how you may be feeling, is still to ask, how can I bring light into this experience? And how can I be positive in spite of the pain? And how am I to remember that I am light and shine light into this experience? There is so much more freedom, connection, and joy when you transcend your current limited form through using positive energies that will be available to you in 2023. Real positive energies are those that you achieve not only when you can feel that you are making a difference, but those you achieve when nothing seems to make a difference. You make the difference. You are the light. You change the experience. This is your job. And it is an absolutely essential part of the Ascension process, especially to be remembered in 2023. We are happy to help you remember that you are a light. All this is moving you into the right evolutionary direction, and the energies in 2023 will support your evolution. We are not saying the year is going to be easy. You will still experience challenges because you are living on a planet of duality. But in duality, you have the choice to focus your attention on the negative things that you see around you or that you experience, or to focus on the positive things that you can be grateful for. Our guidance from the Pleiadian perspective is to never, ever ignore what is happening around you. You need to be aware of the negative. You need to see, feel, and understand exactly where it is coming from in order to be able to transmute and change it. So we never suggest that you focus only on the light. What we do suggest is that you notice what is negative or out of balance, and then turn the focus of your attention to the positive by being grateful for what you can actually change through your attitude and choices, and by sending love into the darkness. Focusing on the energy of gratitude helps you to achieve harmony, for it is in the energies of gratitude, acceptance, and unconditional love that you will find the seeds for transformation. The power of transcendence is in that energy of kindness, love, and peace, surrendering with grace and listening to your heart. All of these higher energies that are expressed through simple gratitude provide the power to make the changes to what you see around you that is unacceptable, painful, separating, or even seemingly impossible. Nothing is impossible. We would like to also open your ears, your eyes, and your hearts to something you have been trained in by Christianity, Buddhism, and every religious tenet on the planet. All of them have given you 8 to 10 guidelines to live by, and we even gave you 10 suggestions in our book, Remembering Who We Are, Laarkmaa's Guidance on Healing the Human Condition. In comparison, so that you can see that there are 10 basic rules for living, we gave you those. What you need to know now in 2023 is that there are actually more than 10 guidelines There are 13. The cosmic divine number for completion and integration is always 13. Beyond the points of the 10 Commandments or the Eightfold Path of Buddhism, beyond any program that has a number of guidelines that is less than 13, you need to stretch and expand to recognize the power of 13. The energy of 13 is the jumping off point to truly becoming a cosmic citizen. The 11th guideline for your awakening and evolution is Ahimsa, the idea of do no harm. That means being conscious of everything you think, feel, say, or do, and consider how it affects all others. It also means do no harm with your words or thoughts. Do not harm yourself or any other being by engaging in any negative thinking, blaming, or criticizing through thoughts and words, for those things are not part of Ahimsa. The 11th guideline, based on the energy of 11, is about bringing in more light. The way you bring in more light is to accept that your heart will simply not let you do anything that causes harm to another or yourself. This is true Ahimsa, and this is your 11th guideline. The 12th guideline has to do with recognizing unity, and it is the place of understanding that everything and everyone are connected. It is recognizing and understanding that even in polarity, even here in duality, the opposites that you perceive are only presented in polarity to help you see and understand a larger perspective. For in the center of that oppositeness is the balance point of harmony, the balance point where you find unity and oneness. The principle that invokes this in the 12th guideline is in Lak'ech, a term that the Maya learned through Pleiadian guidance over 5,000 years ago. In Lak'ech simply means, I am another yourself. This means that you are not better than anyone else, nor are you less than anyone else. You are not better or higher than any animal or other life on the planet, nor are you less than any animal or other life on the planet. You are not better or higher in your egotistical training or thinking that source, nor are you less than source. You are part of source as a divine spark of light. Recognizing the spirit of Lak'ech spreads throughout all of your relationships, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with earth, your relationship with source, and your relationships with each other. As you begin to operate in the spirit of Lak'ech, you operate more in unity. You use the water of your being because you are made of water to listen to others' perspectives. And then having taken in new information, you reshape and redefine your perspectives. You understand more about how to communicate water to water, which you call telepathy. We call it using your first sense. The use of this ability will become much more evident and visible in 2023 because you will be able to do this with true unconditional love and acceptance of unity while following the 12th guideline of Lak'ech. I am another yourself. I am one with source. I am one with you, and I am one with all life. The 13th guideline is what we have already been speaking of, the principle of integration. It is the final point in which you integrate all of your experiences and expand into cosmic understanding without words, but with deep knowingness in your heart. You will move forward bit by bit in understanding in 2023. Some will do it at an accelerated rate through openings and ahas of understanding, or as we like to say, interstanding. And some will do it at a slower chosen rate. What you're doing is integrating everything we have shown you for the past 2 decades, everything that we have shown you about Pleiadian ways of being, everything that invites you, welcomes you, and encourages you to become citizens of the cosmos rather than citizens only of your planet Earth. You are moving into cosmic citizenship because your species is ready to evolve, and that evolution is strictly by choice because this is a planet of choice. As cosmic citizens, you will recognize the integration of principles, Ahimsa, Lak'ech, and Seva, the Sanskrit word for service. When you reach the cosmic level of integration, you recognize that every thought you have, every word you speak, every choice you make, and every action you take will lead to service to all life in the cosmos. Seva is service, and service requires the integration of all the principles the Pleiadians have suggested to you for your evolutionary growth and ascension process. The idea of seva is knowing when to help and also knowing when to allow others to make their own choices. True service is honoring everyone's individual path while helping when appropriate. Seva is always choosing to help by following the heart's guidance. Even though the cosmos and source know that planet Earth is slated for ascension at this time and you are moving through the ascension process now, whether you as an individual join the ascension process is purely your own choice. Do you want to become a cosmic citizen in service to love and light? There is a great split that we have spoken of many, many times. All humans will eventually arrive at the higher levels of awareness through the evolution of consciousness at their own pace. But whether you do it now or light years from now is your choice, depending on what you choose moment by moment in the present reality. If you choose to ignore your heart, if you choose to kill for food or any other reason, and if you choose to use harsh or angry words, judge and blame others, you may be taking the longer karmic path of dying out of the body to continue the wheel of karma, because that is what you're choosing right now for your next moment and your next moment and your next moment. If you choose instead to allow karma to work in the way it is intended, by instantly recognizing when you are out of balance and correct it, you will not create karma any longer. You will continue to rise into higher and higher states of awareness, and your energy and your electromagnetic field will also move into alignment with the energies that are present for the ascension of the earth. You move into the ascension process by the choices you make. You can choose fast ascension with earth or slow ascension through death and the karmic wheel. Parallel realities are happening now in this great split that you have been experiencing for the past several years. You will see evidence of these parallel realities around you more and more in 2023. Do not judge this. Do not cast blame, and do not try to convince others that they are on the wrong path. Remember that choice is a personal responsibility, and each soul must choose through his or her guidance and responsible choices, or lack of awareness and karmic lessons. As you notice the differences in the parallel realities, choose to focus on what you are grateful for. Choose to focus on the fact that you know you can be one of those who ascends with the earth. Choose to be grateful that your heart guides you to make choices that align with ascension. Choose to be grateful for your brothers and sisters who shine love through their eyes and extend their hearts to you. Be grateful for the animals and the flowers as well as the plant kingdom, which sustains you through its fruits and vegetables. Be grateful for the water on the planet and bless it. Give thanks for it and keep it clear of any toxic things that are put into it by either energetics or physically. As you are doing that, recognize you are also helping to clear toxicity in your own water and in every living being's water. We predict that 2023 will be a year of focus on water, including the water that you are, and you will joyously discover how, like drops of water in the same sea, you are all connected. Through your integrative process, you will discover how to be of service to all in the higher choices you make individually and collectively. Begin to recognize the waves of duality and find the still points of balance and integration in the year 2023. This is an auspicious moment for you. You're on the steps of moving forward, and it is your choice to leap off the steps and fly or to climb them slowly. Your evolution is your choice. We're with you every moment with every step you take. We do not judge you. We love you unconditionally. You have much to gain on your journey and much to look forward to in 2023. We love you and we are with you. Good always. We are Laarkmaa.